Bear down, Chicago Bears. Hey, Bears victory. Hey, welcome to Bears Banner. My name Bernard Muhammad. Hey, I'm gonna start from the bottom. Today we got Tammy Harris, Keith Flournoy, Dr. Quick, and Guy Moore, and Jay is at the game celebrating. Man, his family gonna beat his butt because he picked the Falcons.
Did he?
Good for him.
Made a last minute change.
Wow.
He been wrong a bunch of times recently, so there you go.
Yeah, he took his whole family for the first time, his daughters and his wife, and made a last minute change.
And then his family asked you to bring the Thanos glove and see if it's got the hammer attached to it.
Bro, hey, he made me break the wig back out last week.
Oh man, almost.
Hey man.
Oh my God, man, I was rolling.
Hey, the Bears win 37-17. Hey, let's jump right into this, man. It's so much better coming on these shows talking about victories versus, wait till next year or whatever. Hey, you want to start it off, Tammy?
Well, I mean, it was a good game to watch minus the announcers. I wanted to throw something through the screen at them. I'm so tired of this conversation about, this being his last year, but the offense looked pretty good. They put up more than 20 points. The defense showed up. They had me a little worried in the beginning, but they showed up. And special teams, they almost gave up a unnecessary touchdown, and it was actually the Atlanta guy, unless I missed something, that tripped himself because I didn't see anybody touch him.
I didn't either. I thought he could have got back up and ran because I don't think nobody touched him at all. But hey, what you got, Plank?
Hey, first of all, I'm taking a W. Go Bears, bear down. That was a team win. We won by 20 points. Defense held the Falcons under 20 points, which is basically my barometer for good defense versus bad defense. Justin Fields looked excellent. A lot of the throws that he made were right in time. I don't know what's wrong with Scott. His hands are not NFL ready, but you know what? I'll take this. So, strangely enough, we're not out of the playoffs yet, but I could care less. I just want us to kick Green Bay in the mouth next week, but we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Okay. Hey, what you got, Quick?
Man, this is a great win. I don't know why anybody would have picked the Falcons on Friday, but we come back and I mean Atlanta always loses here. It's cold outside. This is great Chicagobears football. We did a lot of things well, and as we were texting, I just keep harping about the young secondary that the Bears have, and not even just that, but all of that is attributed to what was going to be the weakest link of the Bears, which was the defensive line. And ever since we got Montez Sweat, it's just been a turnaround with everything all around, and I just give them props. Great win. I'm looking forward to beating Green Bay next week.
Okay, hey, Guy, what you have?
Man, first and foremost, beyond the game, did y'all see that flip that your boy did in zone, that Spider-Man stuff? I was like, that's just, to me, that was just everything. That was amazing, man, just to have that body language. But yeah, look, now you're seeing what's happening when we get a pass rush. When we get a credible pass rush, we get a guy, if he doesn't get a sack, he helps other people eat. Now the defense plays, the secondary is playing so much faster. We got some young boys on this squad that's hungry, and I love it. And Justin Fields, man, about the first 6 or 7 passes he threw, you can't throw them no better. I usually look at guys when they throw passes, see where they land. Right here. And that Scott pass, I know Scott go look at it and be like, man, he gonna probably be sitting at the crib wondering if he gonna have a job or not. But, it's a rookie mistake. But, hey, man, I'm satisfied. I'll take that dub.
Yeah, hey, I thought this was a real good game today, particularly for Justin Fields. And I kind of hate when these announcers come in and they already have some kind of pre-script that they've already prepared, and they don't adjust the pre-script, and they harp on the same points over and over. So it became very annoying that they kept talking about this is an audition for Justin Fields. I mean, what are you talking about? The man is playing for the Chicago Bears. The man played a good game. There's no reason to keep saying that. Something. You don't know nothing. The man did a great job. Hey, look, the only balls he dropped today was balls that Scott didn't like. I don't know. Maybe he didn't have a game for. I thought they ran the ball well. Herbert ran the ball well. Good vision. He got his burst back. DJ Moore is a beast. The defense played well. And I'm going to have to keep saying this. TJ Edwards is playing a hell of a season. Him alone. And Stevenson is really developing. And Javon Dexter he's beasting out in the middle. So kudos to the whole team. I mean, like Tammy said, special teams was the only one kind of scared me a little bit today.
Yeah.
Not really. I mean, that one return at the end of the half, that was a little scary, but I think Santos got 3 field goals.
That was Santos.
Well, he's part of
special teams.
And Jalen Jones had a decent return on the kickoff. So special team kind of balled out. That was that one play, as it always, that's the play you remember. But for the most part, this was a complete team victory.
But
even on that, because it could give them motivation and turn them around. They could, you know, if they
at the time of that play, because that was right before halftime, and that would have put it within the one score, I believe.
But
we got to look at this. But look at this on that one particular special teams play. That is not a coverage team. That's the field goal unit. So we're asking those guys to go down and try to cover field goal, which is not what they do. So, you know, we just got to take the good and the bad with that. That's not a coverage team. That's the field goal team, normally full of linemen and tight ends. So we got to take the good and bad.
Okay,
and that was the fear in the other game where they passed on that long field goal right before halftime. Also, they did express in the post conference that the fear of that they would have a guy back there if the ball came short. So they did. That is a fear of ball. Because matter of fact, we had a situation ourselves in reverse where I believe it was Nathan Vasher caught a missed field goal when he was with the Bears years ago and caught it and ran it back. Maybe like
Devin Hester too.
Devin Hester too. Yep. So hey, what about the offense? I mean, what did y'all like today from the offense?
Well, I like their aggressiveness coming out. You know, Justin Fields came right out, threw a couple deep passes that were on the money. Their first couple of plays were in rhythm, as for the most part this year has been. But after you get past that first 15 or so plays, who knows what kind of plays they're going to throw out there. Let's throw a triple reverse. Let's throw it 3 times in a row. So, you know, once they start out, I think they got a good plan. But, you know, I guess he hasn't shown the ability to have any kind of adjustments, even today. So I think that's a fond farewell to him. But, you know, what do y'all think?
I hope.
You know what? I will say this about Gassi. I'm gonna say this, and the play work. You can almost say his script. First play, almost every game is gonna be a deep throw. Very first throw is always gonna be a deep throw. You know, sometimes it works, but you already know what he's gonna do. First half is gonna be runs all the time on second. It's never gonna be runs on first and third in the first half of a Bears game. He doesn't run on first down until he gets to the second half. I don't care on second down if they get 8 yards, he's still gonna pass on third. It could be 3rd and 2, and he gonna pass. So those are the predictable things that you can say with Gessie that if you just watch it, you can notice the pattern. Like Guy was laughing a few weeks ago about a teacher who put the test in the same order all the time, and you realize it's A, B, B, C, D.
My favorite teacher. Okay.
I put the answers on the board. My kids still can't get the questions. Hey, man, it's right there, dude. It's right there.
It's the boxer from Harlem Nights just signed his side to Phil. He said you don't spell Phil with an F.
Hey, the funny part is I'm joking about putting it on the board, but I did actually one time, and somebody copied word for word off another person's paper instead of copying the answers off.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh my God.
Hey, let's look at this. Hey, Justin Fields was 20 for 32, passing for 268 yards. Hold on, that's a little bit close. I got 1 TD for passing, 0 interception, 45 yards rushing, and a rushing TD for 99.5 QBR. Man, that sounds like a great day at work, don't it?
It does.
Yeah.
And let me comment right now on that escape that he did from that sack and ran for a first down. Man, I don't want to be on the team that had to guard this guy. So I'd rather have him on my side with whatever he's not doing well or whatever. He's a special player. He really is. And we need somebody that's able to cultivate his current skill set in order to expand that. Because clearly he is a generational quarterback. And even more than that, I won't even call it generational. Even more than that, he's a guy that has the entire team, if not the entire city, behind him.
Yep. I agree, man.
So, we need to, the Bears are always complaining about, fan loyalty and things of that nature. We already got somebody that's in our hands and doing exactly what we want to do. So we need to capitalize on this.
Y'all saw Poles on the sideline. Yep, you see at the end of the game, he got his coat on, walking past, chest stuck out.
Yeah.
He's smiling, chest stuck out. You know what though, man? But here's the deal, and that's why I keep making the comparisons of Michael Vick, and people think I'm off the chain, but it's not. It's so similar because Glanville was smart enough to get out of his own way when he actually would look at Vic do a play like, wait a minute, this crazy, and then he's seeing what he does. And now it's like he's willing to go through the playbook and say, okay, these plays, they're not going to work for him. Look, we're going to get together and go accentuate his strengths. Then you start seeing Michael Vick in 200-yard passing games, 100-yard rushing games. It just totally revolutionized the quarterback, position. Now you see Justin Fields, and you would hope that they would adjust to his skill set instead of trying to make him something that he probably, for the most part, isn't. But fortunately, it's starting to work out. And the best part about him from a confidence level, I know his confidence was down for a minute, but when you look into the right or left and all your guys from offense to defense got your back, man, that's the greatest confidence boost ever, man.
I'm going to slightly disagree with you, Guy. I'm going to disagree with what a lot of people said all year. Justin Fields today showed me he could throw from the pocket. Most of his throws today were from the pocket, which he was a pocket passer at
Ohio State. Yeah,
they didn't really roll him out that often today. And to me, if you could stay in the pocket, you actually have more of the field that you can work with. If you have to roll out, it does cut the field off, right? So you kind of limit your ability. But I just disagree that he showed today that he can actually stand in the pocket and throw the ball. And his fundamentals look real good. He saw the field, and he was throwing the ball on time. I mean, that touchdown in the end zone, that was like pinpoint accuracy on that ball.
Yeah. See, but when they changed him, when they tried to get him to go in to be a primary pocket passer, what I'm getting at is this. Yeah, he was a primary pocket passer at Ohio State, but as you guys know, the speed is completely different. And a lot of guys guessing, and I think a lot of it has to do with his confidence. But until his confidence could get up, I would suggest him get out the pocket. But now he seems like he's kind of absorbed. He seems a little more comfortable with something that you mentioned on the text, Bernard, which is even the most important part. His footwork is much, much better. He's cleaned it up.
Yeah. I said something today. I don't even know if I made sense. I was saying, watching Justin Fields today, it felt like he was quarterbacking versus playing quarterback. To me, what that mean was he was actually playing the position, to his highest level, right? And everything was like coming together. So that's what I meant by I felt like he was quarterbacking the game,
right.
Which is, this is an amazing thing to do is to watch a quarterback the game versus I could say Heineken was just back there playing quarterback. He wasn't playing good. He was just back there playing.
He was trying to survive. He was trying to survive.
What 98 at? Oh, all right. Let me get over here.
Yeah, I'm kind of mad at the Chicago Bears fans. I'm sorry, quick. I didn't mean to cut you out. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say one of the best balls that Justin threw wasn't even caught by DJ Moore in the end zone.
Man, yeah.
The ball hit him in the backhand with the guy draped on him. That was actually a good throw, and so even some of his throws, sometimes we look like, man, how they miss that ball? Like, gee, man. But it happens. But he's my thing is with him, you either got to keep him or you have to deal with him. Do you want to deal with him? A pissed off guy that had an opportunity here that you really didn't do nothing with, and he goes to another place. It just makes you pay. You know, I saw the comment that somebody put up talking about eventually they'll be catching up with him running out of the pocket. No, they won't. Because
no, they're not.
No, they won't. I mean, he makes plays. And the thing that Justin has is that he has intangibles that you can't coach.
Right.
So just imagine you match the stuff that you can coach with the stuff you can't coach, and now you have one of the top guys, and he can. And today, the Bears on offense showed why we have to get a guy such as like a Marvin Harrison Jr. to play the X, like I was talking about on the show, because now you can put DJ in the slot and move him around and have Marvin Harrison play the X, which will make the offense that much more explosive. All right, I'm done.
Did Darnell Mooney play today?
No, he had a self-reported concussion on Friday, and they put him inactive.
Yeah, he forgot how to catch.
Listen to what I just said. Self-reported concussion. Not that they said he had a concussion. To me, it's kind of like, I don't want to play no more, so I got a concussion. So they was just
it's a shame. I couldn't tell the difference between him playing and not playing. So that should tell you something.
Sounds like a business decision.
I'm a bit upset at the Bears fans. And the Bears fans remind me of the next boyfriend. You know, when you get a new girlfriend and she tell you everything that the last guy didn't do right. So all you got to do is find the playbook and do everything that she says. That's all well and good until it kind of runs out. And now you just working without a previous playbook. And at that point, she figures out that you had a good boyfriend either. So
I could have kept the same one I had before.
I could have made some caramel cake for somebody else.
Yeah. Let me get this. I was trying to bring up that play. Man. Let me see if this is that play. I'm sorry, I haven't had a chance to review it. Hopefully, let me see. I was trying to bring up the play of that Justin Field run that y'all was referring to.
Oh my God,
that was ridiculous. Yeah,
you can't coach that, man.
That's a Stacey Kingism. Just stop it. Stop it.
What you say? There goes that man again.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That is ridiculous, man. That's not even a Sandlot play. That's just like, and then you can't. He's hard to tackle.
Yeah, he's a big dude, man.
But he never gets any calls either, because every time they come afterwards or whatever, the ref is holding his whistle. Is there some kind of edict for referees that are like, hey, don't call that because this guy is bigger and faster? It doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yesterday in the Detroit game. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sorry. That play didn't come on the screen, did it?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Y'all could just hear it. That was all. Okay.
I couldn't even hear it.
You couldn't hear it? Okay. Let me try again. Y'all could go ahead. I'm gonna try to bring it on. That was it.
I'm with Guy. I'm trying to figure out how Kyler Gordon knew he could do that backwards flip the first time. I tried to do that same backwards flips about 25 years ago, and I figured out by landing on my neck that I can't.
But that's them guys, you know what? They're laughing because, you know, as a kid, he was a modern dance guy. It's just like Lynn Swann took ballet. And that one catch that Lynn Swann caught where it looked like he was going out of bounds and crossed his legs and caught the ball, seemed like he came back in. It's only a few people in the history of football that can do stuff like that, man. That flip was crazy. I thought he was really a superhero, man.
Yeah, well, they said he came out with the Spider-Man mask before the game.
Man, and the gloves. Hey. When he did this, I'm like, okay. Best interpretation of a superhero by a football player goes to number 6.
Dude, that's gonna be on that's got to be on ESPN top 10.
But tomorrow. I've been saying this all year long, man. Kyler has been quiet balling all year, man.
Fields pressured immediately. Athleticism escapes that one. Fields, are you kidding me? Has the first down and scoots out of bounds. The man is a magician. 1, 2, 3, top of the screen comes free, and Fields shrugs him off. Then he gets out of David Onyemata. He's 320 pounds, and Justin Fields shrugs these guys off. For Bears team.
That was an incredible play.
If you're a smart coach and the guy, your defense, when they come back, don't even say nothing to him. It's like, man, it is what it is. And people wants to go to a dude in a dress. What was that?
What?
Somebody said something.
I think that
they
was
want us to go from somebody like Justin Fields to a guy that's, in a dress that's kind of scared and all that other stuff.
Oh, okay. They talking about, they talking
Caleb.
about Caleb Williams. I'm like, what are they talking about?
So, hey, on that particular play, if the coach like, man, you guys got to tackle him, you be like, you come out here and do it then, bro. Like, ain't that easy? Like, you come, hey, you need my helmet? Come on out here. Come on out here and try it.
Well, you know what? The Bears even had problems tackling Atlanta's quarterback. And if that guy got away, imagine what kind of nightmare Justin Fields is for a defense.
Mm-hmm.
Not to take away from our Bears situation. Y'all see what happened to Miami?
Oh, yeah.
60 burger.
50-19, man. It just
was that the final score?
Yep. Oh, yes. That's what goes to show. No matter how great you are, just show up and play, man. You never know what happens.
And Philly lost Cardinals.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say they not good, but it shows to me how much to me the Dolphins have only beat pretty much mediocre teams. Because every good team over 500 has beat the Dolphins. And the Ravens beat them convincingly today, This to me is like
Detroit, the same thing. Detroit, yeah. I mean, you think about this, the Bears should have swept Detroit.
Yeah. They sure should have.
They should have swept Detroit, and we beat them pretty bad the second time. I mean, it was like, so if you put both of those games together, we should be the NFC North champions. We beat the guys,
And as bad as we've been playing, we still 5-3 at the crib.
Oh, they fighting Cincinnati and Kansas City.
Yes. Fight. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't promote violence here. I just think that sometimes I see these things and I'm just an agitator. I'm sorry.
Only thing about that violence. You got to pick all those flags up after you throw them,
Mm-hmm. Man. Hey, so as far as watching the offense before we get over to the defense, I mean, is anything else y'all want to comment on the offense? And also I'd like to thank everybody who's watching us on YouTube and Facebook today as the Bears win 37-17 against the Falcons. I know in your hometown, I guess not your hometown, but where you at, Tammy, it's probably a lot of cheering.
What are you talking about? Chicago will always be my hometown. Right now. I think the offense played a really complete game. I think they played 4 quarters, and I think that they wanted to show, some of what they could do, like show the doubters a little bit what they are building towards. No, we still got work to do. We know we got work to do, but I think they wanted to go out at home on more of a high than what people have been giving them credit for.
Okay, so the Bears are right now 7-8, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like Quick just alluded to, the Bears at a minimum could be at least 10-5. They could be at least 10-6. I'm sorry, 10-6. Yeah,
because they lost 3 games in the last with a 10-point lead going to, was it the fourth quarter, whatever it was?
Yeah, we were in the fourth quarter.
The Bears are 7-9.
7-9. That's what it is. That's what it is. Thanks, Plank, for the correction.
7-9, but they should have won 3 more. To your point.
Yeah,
hey, happy New Year, Jordan. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Hey, we got a comment for Craig Allen. Hey, what's up, Craig?
What's up, Craig?
What's up, buddy?
Well, Craig say Justin looked good today, but I don't got my reading glasses on, so I'm not gonna be able to make it through all this.
Your 150,000, 150
You don't
million.
need to make it through it.
Oh, okay.
I want to get somebody else. You would be starting over.
Nope. I don't like Rip Williams. He doesn't want to be on this team. And he's really not that good. If you look at his replacement, who came in, a sophomore, came in off the bench in a bowl game and threw for 6 touchdowns and 370 yards. Show me where Caleb Williams was better.
He's overhyped
in that system, and he looked decent, but nope, none for me.
He's overhyped, and he don't want to be here, so don't bring him.
I hate to say it, and I sound like kind of crazy and stuff, but if I'm not having a conversation about Marvin Harrison Jr. about the draft, it means nothing.
Yeah. I mean, I maintain that watching him play this year, he's not the best quarterback coming out in the draft to me. I've watched about at least 5 games of him, and I've seen better quarterback play actually all the guys who was the Heisman
Michael Penix
finalists.
is better than him.
I've seen better
I
games
agree.
from Penix. I've seen. I mean, all the guys who were finalists to me have had better games. It wasn't just they was better than him statistically; they actually played better than him. I just think it's just one of those things where the national pundits make up a narrative at the beginning of the season because he was a Heisman Trophy winner. Instead of them saying, "Hey, I was wrong," they just stick with the same narrative and they just gonna run it down your throat because now they want to prove they was right, and they just gonna keep saying it, and they gonna say it all the way through the spring.
He wasn't even a finalist for the Heisman this year.
Correct.
You know,
if you can't make it to the finalists, that means you ain't really playing that good.
You know, my problem is with all these Bears fans talking about drafting a quarterback is the fact that they talk like we've actually know what a good quarterback on our squad looks like. You know what I'm saying? I can understand if he was with New England. Well, we had Brady such and such. Okay, fine. And I would even give them a pass. Say, okay, it is what it is because y'all had Brady. Name me one quarterback that the Bears have had that has been a legit stud. I mean, we can't say McMahon because McMahon has so many pieces around him. All he had to do was just fill his spot and just do what he was supposed to do. He wasn't no lights out. He wasn't even one of the greatest quarterbacks we ever had. And then Rex Grossman, records better, but yet people sit out here talk about like they know, oh, I know what it looks like to have a great Bears quarterback. No, you don't, because none of us do.
Did look
Bob Avellini was great.
That was before my mom and daddy time.
Y'all got grades for the offense?
Yeah,
Bears 37 points.
You know what? The offense, they had a consistent running game. For the most part, they kept Dustin Fields clean. I liked that Tevin Jenkins was back. He actually makes his presence felt. Nate Harris is out there stealing a little money, but you know what? That is what it is. So I like the offensive line. DJ Moore was the only receiver that really made a difference. However, whoever number 80 was, at least he came out and contributed and made one catch. So from an offensive standpoint, 37 points. I got to get an offense an A-.
Okay, A-. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just Colin Johnson.
You said who?
Number 8 is Colin Johnson.
Oh, okay.
Practice squad player.
One catch, 11 yards.
He caught the ball.
He got more targets. He was 1 for 1. He got all his he caught his targets, unlike the guy who was concussed that didn't catch anything today.
I got a first down. So my grade is I always give out A's, and it just depends on if it's going to be a positive A or a negative A, you know. So 37 points, and we actually put 16 up in the second half. We still got to get better with second half production because we had 3 field goals. Some of those, at least 1 or 2, got to be another touchdown. So we're right there on the cusp. We just got to get a couple more weapons, and we're right there. So they get an A for astounding.
Okay. Who else got a grade?
I give them an A for amazing, man, because to me, it's like they did great, but just watching when they got that push at the end zone, your boy Tevin Jenkins took his helmet off and his hair was like this big fro. Look at my fro, Trick. You know, but I love what we're doing. Some young guys. I mean, you know, at the beginning of the season, there was no cohesion. And I mean, even times now with the play calling is very suspect. But I like the fact that the guys are looking at each other and got some type of pride about themselves, saying, you know what, this is just the hand we dealt. Let's just get the ball out. But for the Bears to score 37 points, don't matter who it's against. I got to give them an A.
Hey, quick. Sean needs to get paid for them trying at least that short package.
Oh, man,
that's the exact question that he asked. They tried to do exactly what he told them to do, and they scored. Imagine that.
Hey, what's funny is I text Sean as a joke, and you know it's a clean show, but I told him, I said, hey, make sure you tell Justin that you saw his short package today. So.
I'm gonna give him an A- because everything y'all already said, but it's just taking a little bit away because they got to get better on third down conversions. But they put themselves in a position when they scored when they needed to. They had to settle for some field goals when they should have gotten the end zone. But collectively, it was a great game all the way around. They played 4 quarters. They played hard. In the fourth quarter, I was texting Bernard. I was a little annoyed that they were throwing the ball instead of just continuing to grind the clock out. But I know that's the play calling, not, them per se. But I give them an A-. I think they had a good game.
Okay, an A-. You know what? We leave that A- on the screen. I'm gonna give them an A- as well. Justin Fields played a good game, and also I'm going to give kudos out to Khalil Herbert. He made some great runs, good vision, great burst. He had 18 rushes for 124 yards. Between the 3 running backs today that included Velus Jones, they had 20, 30, 37. They had about 30 carries between they 3 running backs, which is good. That's been a complaint of mine, is that they don't run the running backs enough. So A- from me.
Yeah, Robinson. I'm sorry, Roshan Johnson got a touchdown today. So
yes,
he actually looked decent.
He sure did.
So maybe it's because he was playing against his old backfield mate, Bijan Robinson. He actually looked comparable. So I'm gonna put the hat out to him.
And I think that's why they played him a lot.
I want to comment on Quick's hat that's showing the Bears. I thought it was the Chicagobears. Why you representing the Missouri Bears, man? Missouri State Bears.
My girl, her daughter played basketball there. And,
okay.
So it's still the Bears, the Bears. But, it's just a good thing. It's a beautiful thing, man. It's actually a comfortable hat. You're gonna bust me out on national syndication. That's cool.
You wore the hat. Nobody.
It's wig friendly too. It's wig friendly.
It is. It is.
In case you need to pop it
right on.
I do want to point this out, that one of the Facebook users just pointed out that Atlanta defense is a top 10 defense. So today was actually a good measuring point, because even though we may not actually per se say, hey, this was a team you got to worry about losing to, this is the team that does play good defense. So for us to get 37 points against them and I think DJ Moore had about 138 yards receiving, something to that degree.
159.
Yeah.
159. Yep.
Good day.
159.
9 for the 159.
What part of that was good defense from Atlanta?
None, but they are top 10 defense.
They're top 10 defense.
But that's what the Bears did. They moved DJ Moore.
Man, they put him in the slot. It was like taking candy
from
a baby.
Today. That's why that's why I keep saying we gotta go out and do something different, do something strange for a piece of change in this draft to add on.
And you know what? You know what? I will say this. What was the heck wrong with Gansey at the end of that game when he got Justin Fields throwing the ball in their own, right by their own end zone, and you up by 3 scores? That made it could have got him hurt in that play. I mean, that made absolutely no sense. Matter of fact, I would have loved them to kind of take him out that game at that point to just let him hear the crowd cheer him on. Right. I would have.
Why Pose came down. That's probably why Pose came down. Like, hey man, what you doing? Hey, why is still out there? You gotta check on Gansey and Flus, man. They be doing some weird stuff, bro. You be like
suicide watch right now.
Again, on offense, man. At the 2-minute warning, and we still had all 3 timeouts. It's just like, what are we saving those things for?
Like I said, at the end of the year, he go trade them timeouts in for a puppy.
like they Hilton Honors points or something. You know what I'm saying? You get a free room by how many timeouts you save. What are you doing? That makes no sense, man. Like at some point, we could have called a timeout by now, but every week, 2 minutes left, we still have 3. Last week, they made us use one because somebody got injured. I was like, golly, man, but it's crazy.
If we get time also like sick time.
That didn't make any sense to challenge as well. So other coaches, they still use their timeouts, whether it made sense or not. He's like, hey, they got a first down. I want to challenge because they should have been 2 inches shorter. I'm like, dude, that's what they pay you for this, really?
Hey, what have we challenged? I don't remember us using it. We just over there taking it, just like whatever they give us, we just gonna take it. We ain't gonna challenge nothing. We ain't gonna challenge Justin getting stole on, sliding, hit to the head. None of that. We just gonna take whatever they give us because we happy. We over here happy. We up. We just scored 20 points in the first half, and we happy. Lord have mercy. But
hey, you know what? Hey, before we get to the defense, I want to bring up something that's not Bears related. Hey, what did y'all think about last night that happened in the game? I know with Mike being official, he sees it from an official point of view, where the Lions had a player was supposed, I guess he checked in to say he was eligible, but there was some confusion that he checked in or not checked in. What do y'all think about just that whole series?
There was no confusion. There's no confusion. There's no reason for him to go over there.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason for the lineman to go over. What is he asking him? Like, were you eating dinner after the game? How did you get here? Where you from? Or any of that? There's no reason for him to go over there unless he's checking in as eligible. There's no reason. And then the quarterback sent him over there to check in as eligible. And you say number 70 was the guy you put as eligible? He's not even in the frame yet. They screwed that play up, dude. I'm watching the play live, and I can't say what I said on here, but they messed that play up, and they probably caused Detroit playoff positioning, as far as being a number 2 seed versus being a number 3, beating Dallas. They screwed that play up, but that particular crew has been terrible over the years. Over the years, they've gotten so many calls. They actually today just got dinged and downgraded and can't even work in the playoffs because of that play. There's no excuse for that. Mm-hmm. There's no excuse for that, man. And then he goes to the defense. This is when you see a referee doing this means numbers, right? When he's doing this, rubbing his chest like this, that means numbers. There's a number in exception. Who are you saying is the number in exception? They said number 70 didn't even check in because he didn't have to. You see, I'm pissed. I'm sorry.
That's like somebody stealing your sandwich.
That's some good information, quick. But I'm telling you, they coached Dan Campbell, right? He reminded me of about 2 years ago. Jim Harbaugh was doing stuff like that, where besides the penalty, the game was 3-7 in the first quarter. For the life of me, I don't know why you just don't make the game 7-6, right? He goes for it, don't get it. Now that 3 points is biting him. Besides the penalty, the only other thing I say is, okay, the penalty didn't go in your favor. You got to retry. Now you're at the 7. It's hard to go for 2 with 7 yards. He goes for 2 again, has an interception. Okay, Michael Parsons jumps offside, so you get bailed out. They move the ball to the 4. To me, sports is about momentum. Momentum is gone from you. Kick the field goal. I mean, that's the point of the game.
You don't kick the field goal, Nutty. You do not kick the field goal.
That's why they lose position in it. That's why they lose position.
You don't want to go to overtime with Dallas. You're not going to win. Right,
Dallas had not scored but 20 points. So
Nutty, in that particular situation in that game, you go for 2 because you're gonna put. He had this play designed the whole week. Mm-hmm. If we get in this situation, we're gonna go for 2 to win the game. They had nothing to lose by going for 2. But the thing is, on that particular play, our dumb center here, Lucas Patrick, the same play that they ran last night on Michael Parsons. You sit there, and I know because I'm sat there and I played on defense. Hey, don't jump off sides. They're trying to get him to jump, and when he jumps, he snaps the ball. We're going to get those 5 yards back, and now we replay the same play that we had, right? But the thing was, Lucas Patrick's on our side. He thought the dude jumped and snapped the ball and feels like, oh, wait, what you snap the ball for? You know what I'm saying? The difference is they've practiced this. I got to give kudos to Dan Campbell because he came in, he's been unorthodox all year, and he sticks by his principles. He was going to go for 2 because on paper, Dallas is the better football team. If I got one play to beat them, I take that one play. I don't want to go to overtime to play them again because 88 was on fire, dude. I'm sticking 88 with Kendall Vildor. No, I'm gonna beat you right now, and we're gonna take our chance.
That's why they got to live with the loss. They had to live with the loss because they had
They got screwed though. They won the game.
They got opportunities after that play. They had 2 opportunities after that play to change their mind. They didn't change their mind. Like I said, you threw a pick after that play that was called back. Then you still try to go for it again. To me, so you have to live with it. You can focus on the ref thing, but you got to live with it. That was part of the risk you took. You took the risk of, I want 7 early in the game, and then you had 2 plays that was negative, and you still took the same risk. So you just have to live with it. I mean,
yeah, he said he was going. He said he lives with the loss, but it's not his loss. It's not his loss. You got to do when they hire you to do a job, right? Mm-hmm. I come on here sometimes and I take up for referees in situations where fans don't know anything about what we're looking at, right? In that particular situation, they got hosed. That's just the bottom line. They got cheated, as we would say in the black community. That's a terrible call. The same crew didn't call the pass interference on Amon-Ra St. Brown on the same drive where the dude got mugged down there on the game-winning drive. This is the same crew that didn't call the pass interference a couple earlier in the season. So this crew is not good. So that's what you're looking at.
When they say, and let's move to the next step. When they say check in, what does that mean? Because I think there's a misunderstanding as well of what that means when they say a player has to check in with the ref.
There's a numbering exception that says that you cannot be an eligible receiver numbered 50 through 79. Mm-hmm. Right. So if you line up in the NFL lets you do this. If you line up in a position where you're eligible to catch the ball, you must check in. Now, let's think about this and what did not happen last night. Normally, you hear the referee, number 68, has checked in as eligible on the loudspeaker. He didn't do that.
You didn't hear nothing.
He didn't do that. He walked over to the defense and said, whoever blah, blah, blah is eligible. He takes responsibility. The dude is standing right in his face, right? Mm-hmm. And like what the NFL and Allen has said, there's no reason to be in a hurry right now. It's a 2-point conversion for the ball game. There's no reason to be in a hurry. Soon as the guys was over there talking, he ran straight to the defense. Never announced it on the loudspeaker. So now, if he announces number 70 on the offense is eligible, right? 68 be like, whoa. Hey, I said I was eligible too. He doesn't know who he went over there and told was eligible.
Right. So the question was, do basically, I guess I'm kind of asking is, do he have to say something or can he just rub his jersey and say I'm eligible? I heard that a player could actually rub his jersey, and become and the referee. That's why I was trying to clear up because I know there was
technically say, "Hey, I'm eligible."
You said something, but I understand you actually could rub your jersey, and the referee see you rub your jersey. That's an indication that I'm eligible. That actually was more of my question. Like, can you do it non-verbally?
You can, but at the same time, they normally will announce who's checking in as number 68 has reported as eligible. They announced it to the whole dang on stands.
Stadium, right? You didn't hear anything.
He did not do that last night. He did not do that. So now we can say the player should have took responsibility and all that. When he ran over there, he don't know who he told was going to be eligible. You know what I'm saying? So now there's no way to correct it. Dan Campbell could have took a timeout and say, hey, you know, let's reset all of this. Hey, go check. The quarterback sent the guy over there to check in. If you watch the huddle, Jared Goff tapped 68 and told him to go report. That's when he walked over to the referee.
Okay. Hey, so
what is he over there for?
Let's move to the defense in the Bears game. I just wanted to bring that up about see what y'all thought about that in the game. So, hey, when you look at the Bears defense today, I mean, what stood out to you? I mean, what did the Bears do that was effective today?
Well, this ain't effective because I ain't got no hair. Picks. 4 of them. I mean, they play real good, man. I was saying something to on the Texans how they play faster. They're just playing so much faster since Sweat is there, man. And then people don't realize what confidence does to you, man. When you feel like that you are stagnant in a certain set of circumstances, then you bring another element in, and it kind of sort of recharges everyone. Guys are flying to the ball. Guys, I gotta give. I'll give them a B- on defense, man. That's all I got.
What?
Okay,
Yeah,
B
I
minus.
got Yeah,
That's
Where's my
brutal.
wig? Where's my wig? Damn, hold on. Let me go.
That's brutal.
For only
Yeah, I
reason,
said B minus.
the only reason why I even give him a B plus. The only reason why,
No, you
and
gotta be
it may
better.
sound like being a stickler, but you let a dude that can run slower than me run 40 yards for a touchdown. That's the only reason.
Question.
4 picks.
Minus?
Question.
Yeah, I give a B plus. I upgrade a B plus. Yes.
Okay.
That's because everybody beating them up. But did they get all 4 picks in the second half, or was it 1 and 3?
I
don't remember.
Might have
I
been
would have to
second
look at
half.
I
Stevenson
think
got 2. Edwards got 1.
One,
Who was the
yeah.
other? They were all in the second
They were
half.
all
I
in the
think, 'cause,
second half.
Gordon.
Gordon got
Okay.
one, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was gonna give them a B plus, and that was
No.
wait, no, that's why I wasn't giving them an A, because I said the first half I didn't feel like they played like the defense had been playing, but they showed up completely in the second half. And that's why didn't I text you that, Bernard? I was like, I don't know what's going on with the defense. They're not playing how they have been playing. But in the second half, they completely showed up and played lights out. First half, they were a little sluggish.
Okay. Well, what's your grade,
Okay.
Tammy?
B plus.
I'm sorry.
We get B plus. Okay. All right, put it on.
Okay. Once again, we have to educate the members of our team on how to look at effective defense.
You ain't got to tell me how to look at defense. I love defense.
Really, I do.
No, you don't.
First of all, they held them to under 20 points, which is the barometer of whether or not the team is expected to do better or worse. They had 5 third down 3 and outs, and a 3 and out is just as effective as a turnover, in my opinion. If you can keep the other team to coming on in that third down play, you get them off the field. That is an effective defense. They got 4 interceptions and 2 sacks. What more do you guys think we're supposed to do as a defensive team?
I want them to knock them on their butt.
They knocked them on
That
their
happens
butt.
too.
Just of the midway.
DJ Edwards.
I want to see some aggression.
Oh my goodness. Again, I'm going to give the defense an A+. Any game where you get, first of all, I think the Bears might be leading the NFL in interceptions now.
They are.
I think they
They
So
are.
we look at 5 consecutive wins at home since they kind of turned the season around. And what was the impetus of turning them around? The defense. Once we got Sweat, we are an entirely different animal. Now, I'll tell you this. Atlanta's defense was ranked in the top 10. Would you trade our defense for Atlanta's?
I wouldn't trade that defense for any defense in the league.
They gave up 37 points.
One second.
Today is an
1 in the
example
third, and 2 in the
what
fourth.
good defense looks like.
1 in the second, 1 in the third, and 2 in the
What
fourth.
was your grade, Plank? I'm sorry. Did you say A plus?
A+.
A plus. Okay. What you got, quick? I see you raise your hand. You mute.
Yeah. Let me jump in here for a second. Over the past couple years, we've had to watch a torn down secondary. We've had to watch a torn down defensive line. We had to watch a torn down linebacker core. And to put all this stuff together in this short little bit of time, and for these guys to come with 4 interceptions, you almost expect at least 2 interceptions now. It's like, we don't get 2 interceptions. Like, man, they not playing today. They got pressure. I talked about this. That defensive line is where it starts. You can't run the football. So it makes you pass. And you got Jalen Johnson, you got Smith, you got Stevenson, you got Brisker, and you have Gordon. That makes for a very, very, very rough day in the passing game. So I give them an A+ because I almost hate when the offense come on the field. I'm like, I don't want to watch this. Get back to the defense. Like, man, them young boys, me and Guy call them the 8-minute strong crew. Them dudes can give it to you all night long. And I love watching that crew play. It is A+. 17 point. We're talking about an NFL team that you've been. Who the last team to score like 20-something on them? I think Cleveland, maybe 20-17, something like that. But
Yeah, might be.
these dudes are balling, man. I'm sorry.
Bernard, tell me this.
Huh?
If the Bernard, tell me this. If the Bears defense had played the second half like they played the first half, would Atlanta have had more than 17 points?
If they played the
first. I ain't talking to you, Keith.
Wait. They got this thing called halftime adjustment.
I'm asking Bernard. I'm asking.
Uh-huh.
Well, my name is Bernard. Hello, this is Bernard Muhammad.
What do you think? That's why I'm not giving them an A, because if they played the second half like they played the first half, Atlanta would have had more than 17 points.
Didn't we just win by 20 points?
I'm rooting for the Bears. I want them to win, but you know I have high expectations for my defense.
Right.
That's not a lot.
You live in Atlanta or Chicago. Let me be clear which defense you was looking at.
I'm gonna go to Chicago next week.
Tell me they held a team to 2 touchdowns. Really, one broken play. That was one broken play on a touchdown, and that I mean, it's one. It happens. One broken play was a touchdown.
So
they stopped playing. They assumed he was gonna be satisfied with the first down and didn't continue playing.
Yeah. So let me give my assessment of that.
Yeah.
Okay, I know the point. I will say on that one play, they shouldn't have probably had that touchdown. I think they should. I think they thought he was gonna run out of bounds. I don't know when the quarterback scored, but other than that, they only scored one touchdown in the first half and one touchdown in the second half, and I missed 2 field. Yeah, so just 2 field goals. I actually think the Bears' defensive line is coming along just as well as their secondary, which is amazing, right? Because usually you'll have one unit that's playing good. I'm talking about on the team, and the other unit is not. And both units are playing well, which accounts for why they got 4 interceptions. They actually could have had 6. They actually probably dropped about 2 more interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
Not just drop, but just another inch or so. They probably would have picked off, because I think TJ Edwards almost had 2 today.
Briscoe almost had 1 too.
One that he had another step, he would have actually picked that one too. So
Edmonds actually dropped one through his hand. So
Edmonds dropped one. Yep. So
it's called an A. This is an A.
Oh yeah, this is an A+. This is A+.
Yeah, I mean that's what you call putting on a hard hat and going to work as a defense. I would enjoy playing like 25 years ago on this Bears defense. I would have loved it.
Mo is right. They only had 1 touchdown in the first half.
Okay. Yeah,
they got the second one in the fourth quarter.
They've only given up a score. They haven't given up a score in the first quarter for like 90-some minutes, right? Something like that. There's some type of thing that they were talking about the Bears today.
These dudes balling. Hey, remember last year when I used to come on here and be like, trust the process? How's that process looking now? How's it looking?
Pretty good.
It's looking pretty good. Even me, I'm on here happy as a Bears fan now. I used to come on here pissed off, like, man, what the? Sitting there watching Buster Screen and Kendall Vildor chasing people from behind. Man, these dudes is out here knocking people out.
Vildor gave up a 92-yard touchdown last night.
Really? That's
amazing. Why you don't go to overtime.
Really?
That's why you don't go to overtime, man. You gonna get.
Dude, you knew
that Jared Goff is quarterback.
When we played Green Bay and Rodgers stood back there for like 15 seconds and lofted that bomb and that dude was 10 yards open, I was like, man, that's why he had his name. But I'm not going to say it because we're still a family-oriented show.
Kendall Vildor is why you go for 2. That's why you go for 2. That's exactly why you He's sticking man, I can't even think of the name. 88 that just bombed Detroit all yesterday.
Yeah, that was
CD Lamb.
CD Lamb.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Kendall Vildor shouldn't even be driving him to the game for Uber.
Hey, with the coin toss, you don't know who's gonna get the ball. So if you go up the field and score, the game over.
And Dallas would have been on Vildor. Yeah.
If Kendall Vildor is your last line of defense to score a touchdown, he might as well just say, hey, you know what? After they flip the coin, y'all win. Keep it moving.
Look. Dude should have had the safety, man. I don't even know how he even missed Dak Prescott on that play. Dak didn't even dodge him. He just ran right. He just ran right past Dak, which actually set up the 92-yard touchdown, because he should at least at a minimum grabbed Dak and pulled him to the side. He literally just went there and just missed him, and they threw the 92-yard touchdown.
I got a quick question for y'all, though.
Uh-huh.
I got a real quick question. Anybody looking forward to this Packers game coming up?
Yeah.
We're a different team now, baby. It's going to go down in the deal. I can't wait. I'm excited. I can't wait. I'm over here like, man, let's get to next week. Like, I don't care about none of these other wins. We got to win this next game.
Do you think that if the Bears, well, I'm going to even say positive, do you think when the Bears beat Green Bay, does it save Fluce's job?
I think Flus is safe.
I think it's safe. I think it's safe already too.
I think his job is safe.
I think these two games, unless they were just a complete meltdown, I think they already made up their mind on Flus. I don't think these games matter as much. I think, thinking from an organizational point of view, I think that he know Flus, they was gonna lose games last year. Right. And he's not holding those against him like the fans we are, right? Not us, all us, but I'm just saying fans holding those against him. And I think organizational wise, I think he's he's gonna bring Flus back. And I think if you support Justin Fields, you probably should want some continuity for him. Not necessarily with the offensive coordinator, but I would think you want some continuity for him as far as his development. That's what I would think. And I would think if they make indication that they're going to bring Flus back, that's an indication that they're bringing Fields back.
So they're going to basically what you're saying is Getsy going to be sliding his resume into the Green Bay organization on the field, like during the first and second quarter.
Yeah, he'd be back.
And take him back just like Kansas City took back Nagy.
Yeah.
They can have him back.
They can have him.
I don't think, my opinion, I don't think fans were holding losses against Flus. I think, at least me, and I think a lot of people like me, we're holding his decision making against him.
Yeah.
Like I didn't expect us to have a great year. I didn't. Right. But what I wanted to see was quicker development with Justin Fields. I wanted to see a head coach that was decisive. I wanted to see a head coach who knew how to run a game, who could make adjustments, and who grew. And he didn't do that. And I think that was the frustrating part of us. We didn't expect to go to the Super Bowl, and we didn't even expect to be in the playoffs. But we wanted to see growth, and we wanted to see it a little bit sooner, and we wanted to see better decision making.
Right. And you're referring to this year. I was referring to last year. I was saying some fans were holding last year against them. And I was just saying that the organization
I wanted us to lose last year
because they brought them in knowing they was going to lose.
I was happy we was losing last year.
Right? Oh, yeah,
me too. Like, come on, let's lose. Hey, y'all like, hey, who you got this week? I was like, we better not win. What the heck going on? We trying to win? No. My thing is with Flus, it's almost how tied is he to Getsy? That's my thing, right? And that's what I hold. That's what I hold him accountable for. His decision making in game, his timeout holding, and his how much do you have where you must not have any input on the offense, or you either accepting what's going on the offense, because our offense could be better, a little bit more development. We get some more, like I would keep saying, we get some more weapons in, and we're not, hey, why we're not running the football, and things of that nature on certain decisions and plays. So you got to hold him, because sometimes Getsy don't get it. I mean, he just don't get it. So we got to hold him accountable for Getsy. And I'm like, hey, if the only way we can get rid of Getsy is to let go of Flus, man, so be it. So I'm ready to get Getsy.
So basically, he's like the timeout version of somebody in the Alcoholics Anonymous. They put him in the timeout anonymous and put some crazy glue in his hand, so he just walk around like this. So all he tells is like, "Raise your hand, Flus." It's like timeout. So he got enough. He got about what? He got like about 5,247 timeouts from the time he got here. And it's like, what are you saving them for? They're like bonus points for like frequent flyer miles. Just throw a timeout. They're like, why you do it? Because I had to burn.
Yeah, like man,
he may need therapy. It can help.
Yeah. Hey, it's like that little white girl on Scary Movie with the time. I'm like, what are we waiting for? Just call a timeout, man. Like, just call one because you can, man. Like, he just be holding them things. Like, golly, nobody needs a water break. Nobody tired.
Right. Exactly. Right. Sometimes it's just to let guys get a break, right, on the drive, or just to gain control of a drive that's taking a little long, right? I mean, it's all part of game management. So Tammy make a great point about being able to manage the game, because hey, I'm telling you, it is always a quick sent it in the text is always, I don't care what the score is, you always get this feeling some point in the game this year. Man, not this again. I don't care what the score is. They create that moment. They almost like manufactured that moment, right? Like today, they almost tried to manufacture that moment. Like, what are you doing? Man, you about to let Justin Fields get sacked on the 3-yard line? I mean, like, what is wrong with y'all? Why is he even throwing it, right?
So he can get hurt. He got his arm hit on that play too.
He sure did. He sure did.
What is wrong with y'all? Protect the franchise, man. What's wrong with y'all?
They just need to have these coaches be like stunt doubles or something like that. Just before he get hit, just say cut, and then just put him in and just let him take the hit, and they'll probably call some better plays.
Hey, y'all got any coaches and special team grades? Both of them together. What you got, Plank?
Well, I gave Eberflus, that's been extended. I gave him an A today. He put a good game plan together. The defense showed up. Special teams played well, so there's Hightower. They get an A from me as well. I can't sit back and always look at the plays that could have happened or whatever. I'm judging based on the plays that did happen. So 3 field goals on special teams, good run back. We did well. And the offense actually just had an identity today, which is some swagger that I haven't seen the Bears come out with for a couple of years. So I was happy to actually watch and feel like we was actually putting foot to butt. So A's all around.
A's around. Okay. Anybody else got grades? I'll say I get A's all around. This is probably the first time this year I'm going to get offense and defensive coaches, both A's and special teams, an A. So I'm giving out A's like Oprah give out cars.
First time ever for me.
I give out A's because this is the expectation. No, the other way. The A expectation. So this is what we're supposed to be doing, and this is what Chicago Bears football looks like. Really tough defense, manufacture a little bit of offense. But I'm telling you guys, I'm overly excited about this defense. I mean, we went from just 31st in the NFL to in the top 10 with just a couple picks, and we still have picks. We still have money. I am looking for a statement to be put on next week. Like, this is our house. This is our division. And now the road goes through Chicago for the NFC North. And that's what I hope comes out of, like I said, next week and what we're going to do. There's no, you can't even pick against the Bears right now. It's hard to do.
40-7 Bears right now, because y'all already know.
I'm not going that far.
I'm just saying, you know what? I can say 1-0, but like me and Tammy will tell you throughout this whole time we've had this broadcast, I don't care how great Green Bay is, I will never pick Green Bay. So I just put the score up there. Never. So 40-7.
I got my wig ready for Jay.
You got any grades for the coaches?
I get A's all the way around, man. I mean,
A's, man.
I can't hate on them. I can't hate.
Okay. What about you,
Well,
Tammy?
when's the last time we had a meaningful game in December? So December at Soldier Field, showing the other team what it feels like to be cold in Chicago. That goes back to my youth. I was happy I was happy. How about that?
Well, I'll change my defensive grade, but just
whoa.
Wait, no, because I thought they had both touchdowns in the first half, so I was wrong.
Oh, okay.
But I'm still giving them an A- because I still don't think they played like I want to see the defense play, which is I want to see some butt kicking. So I think there were some moments. So A-. I give the coaches A-. I give special teams a B+.
B+, okay.
I would change my grade, but I'm no quitter.
A-.
You gotta give him an A for the Spider-Man flip. I mean, like, come on.
Like, I'll give
extra credit.
A+, right?
I'll give him a 9.8 for the flip.
Nah, you know what? Okay, all right. Y'all sold me, man. I'll change my defensive grade to an A+, and because you just reminded me of the flip and how much it meant to me, and
from a B- for A+, that's too far.
Hey, no,
you got bullied.
It's the flip. It's the flip.
Hey, these are fun times. Like I remember, I'm just reflecting back to the previous year's show. We are, these Bears, man. I don't know, man. We sitting out here, people got to halfway go get a drink. They just get through the show. You know what I'm saying?
I chose the Justin Fields jersey, but I was gonna wear this one. I want to party like 1985.
All right.
Okay. Good stuff.
I see you.
Good stuff. Hey, so we coming down to this last game of the season, and believe it or not, through all the ups and downs this season, the Bears still have a small chance to make the playoff. There's a couple of things that need to happen, but so far, some of those things did happen so far. So, and I believe the Bears actually clinched the number 1 spot in the draft today so that's a good sign. Hey, if you're watching out on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button. We had about 707 subscribers. Hey, let's go and get up to 720 in the next week or so. Move that number to another spot. And want to send a shout out to Sean Sierra, who was on here on Friday. He kind of got in the Bears ear last week about their big boy package and short yardage. And the Bears actually looked like they had an identity in short yardage today. They was very efficient in the red zone today, and I know, it was a little controversy because Justin Fields kind of snapped on Sean. Sean was a guest on our show on Friday. Those who didn't see it, go back and go look at it. But Sean had, in a post-game interview last week, he asked Justin Fields about their big boy package in the red zone. And I think it was a misunderstanding because somebody had just asked Justin Fields about the interception. And so he ended up receiving you always asking me kind of negative questions all the time and blah, blah, blah. But it was a good question about the big boy package. So, hey, the big boy package is good today.
Now, you know what? I don't think this is going to happen, but I wish it would happen. Do y'all remember how the Packers got into the Super Bowl that they won, the only one that they won? It was through a wild card spot.
Yes.
Yeah, the Bears.
It was because, unfortunately, of us. And Lovey not playing how he should have played to keep them out of it. Mm-hmm. But that is their only Super. Well, I won't say that's their own. That's their Super Bowl.
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers only won.
Aaron Rodgers Super Bowl win in recent years through a wild card spot. That's a long shot for us, but that would be nice to see.
Mm-hmm. Hey, but you know what? I think Seattle did the same thing in their first Super Bowl. I believe they were a wild card team that actually went all the way. And if I didn't get the years mixed up, unfortunately, they beat us down the stretch. This was right around Urlacher's last year or so, and Russell's rookie year. They might have lost that Super Bowl, but they had a good run that year from.
New Orleans winning today doesn't help us out a lot. So
right.
Oh, New Orleans won today.
Oh, they blew Tampa Bay out just about. They smoked them.
Okay,
yeah, it was bad. It was really bad. Trying to pull the score up now. I think it was like
23-13.
20 who?
23-13.
Yeah, and they made it respectable because it was like 23-6 or 3 for the longest. It was one of them backyard butt whoopings for a minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay. Well, it's still, even if they don't make it, it's still positive because we look at a Detroit team last year who kind of had a similar ending to the season where they kind of went on this stretch where they ran. And I know people were laughing at them last year because they was acting like they had made it to the playoffs. But it was something they built on for this year, right? They took that momentum, ending the season on a winning note. I think they only won 7 games last year, and now they're a team winning the division. So it all works hand in hand. Hey, do y'all got anything else before we close out?
I do. Yeah, Happy New Year, everybody. But one of our Lindblom class of 84 guys, George Malloy, transitioned yesterday. I just bring it up, just sending my condolences to his family. He's one of our bowling buddies, and it was just something real sudden. So hate to go into it. I just know what it feels like to be that close to not being here. And I'm still here. So, sending prayers out to a family and Happy New Year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, condolences to George's family. George is a real nice guy. I actually just met him through the bowling. I mean, always seem to be in a real cheerful spirit when you see him at the bowling. Man, he's going to definitely be missed. But I do want to wish everybody also on a positive note, a Happy New Year. And if you're out celebrating tonight, be safe, and if see something crazy going on, then kind of get away from that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Tappy, I hope you're okay because I heard they rioted in the street in Atlanta because the Falcons got their butt kicked.
Oh.
She was one of them out there with them, beating them up.
Please, there's almost as many Chicago people here in Atlanta as Atlanta people.
They up at Harold's Chicken and Waffles drinking beer.
Right. Hey, real quick, I just want to say, man, a lot of y'all know that I'm going through some major health stuff going on right now, and keep me in your prayers. And the other thing is, I really look forward to coming on this show, especially dealing with all that stuff that I got to deal with and those treatments and everything. I look forward to coming on here every week and talking football with you guys, man. I just look forward to it. So I just appreciate everybody that reached out to me and been keeping me in your prayers, man. So just hopefully, I'm looking for a miracle, just like the Bears with the #1 pick. So y'all see, I'm
praying for you, brother. Definitely are. You're gonna be all right.
Hope everything's okay.
Mm-hmm. Anything else before we we gotta do some midweek shows before Friday. We're gonna have to squeeze 1 or 2 in, right?
Against the Packers? Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about, so we may have to squeeze 1 show in before the pregame show to talk about some of these past Packer games and et cetera, and maybe go over a couple of shows and some of the funniest moments were actually Packer games.
Well, I hope we put on a good showing because a couple of my neighbors are Packers fans, and every time they beat us, they standing outside in front of my house, hoping that I come outside. I can't have that no more. So.
And Deidre Jones likes to troll us because her brother's a Packers fan.
Oh, is that right? That's what it is?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, brother. And happy birthday, by the way, L. His birthday was yesterday, but boo,
DJ and Jay was the only 2 people wrong for this game. Nobody else picked the Falcons and the Bears Talk Show, but Deidre and Jay.
I didn't think anybody picked the Falcons when I looked.
Deidre picked it late last night. She contacted me and said she was picking the Falcons. So because they had 0, you're right.
She had to pick. It was her brother's birthday.
Okay. Hey, until next time.
You might have to ask Jay what kind of grade he gave the Bears defense. He'd probably be like, well, the last play they didn't tackle on the last play, so I gave them a C+. Like, what kind of game you watching? I didn't mean to call you out. Yes, I did. I don't care. Come on.
Y'all crazy, man. Y'all is crazy.
Hey, until next time, we'll see you sometime this week. And Happy New Year and peace.